Instructions. The listening section has 3 parts. Part 1. 4 short conversations, each followed by 1 question. Part 2. 1 longer conversation, followed by 4 questions. Part 3. 1 lecture, followed by 6 questions. You will hear each conversation or lecture only 1 time. You must answer each question before continuing. To continue to the next question, click the Next button. In this section, you cannot use
Listening. Part 1. Listen to 4 short conversations, followed by a question, and select the best option A, B, C, or D. You have 20 seconds to answer each question.
Hi, Sarah. Are you heading to the meeting this afternoon?
Yes, I just finished preparing my notes. How about you?
I'm running a bit late, but I'll be there in time to join the discussion.
Okay, I'll save you a seat near the front.
Question 1. What is the woman likely doing?
Can I help you find something, sir?
Yes, I'm looking for a gift for my niece. She loves painting.
In that case, our art supply section would be perfect. Follow me.
Great, thank you.
Question 2. What is the man's purpose in the store?
Hey, Maria, do you want to grab lunch after class?
I'd love to, but I have a meeting with my tutor first.
No problem. How about we meet at the cafe around 1:30?
That works perfectly. See you then.
Question 3. When will the 2 likely meet?
Excuse me, is this seat taken?
No, please go ahead.
Thanks. Do you come to this restaurant often?
Occasionally, mainly in the mornings for coffee.
Question 4. What can be inferred about the man? Listening Part 2. Listen to a long conversation followed by 4 questions. After listening, answer questions by selecting A, B, C, or D. You will have 30 seconds to answer each question.
Good morning, Mr. Patel. I'm Karen Liu. We spoke on the phone about the community center renovation.
Hello, Karen. Yes, I remember. Come on in. I understand you're interested in renting the main hall for your event.
That's correct. I'm organizing a workshop for local artists.
Wonderful. Can you tell me approximately how many participants you expect?
Around 40, but we might have a few extra if registrations go up.
In that case, our main hall should work well. It has flexible seating and plenty of space for activities.
That sounds ideal. Does it have tables and chairs included?
Yes, and we can arrange them in different layouts depending on your needs. There's also a projector and sound system available.
Excellent. Some of the workshops require close supervision. Will there be staff to help if needed?
Absolutely. Our staff can assist with setup, equipment, and general support throughout your event.
That's reassuring. We also plan to serve refreshments during breaks. Is that allowed?
Yes, you can provide drinks and snacks. We also offer catering services if you'd like professional assistance.
Great. I'll review the options. Could you send me a list of available catering packages and pricing?
Of course, I'll email the details today. Do any participants have dietary restrictions?
A few are vegan, so we need some plant-based options included.
Noted, we can accommodate that easily.
Question 1. Why is Karen contacting Mr. Patel? Question 2. What does Mr. Patel offer to help with during the event? Question 3. What concern does Karen express about the participants? Question 4. What will Mr. Patel do next for Karen? Listening Part 3. Listen to a long lecture followed by 4 questions. After listening, answer 6 questions by selecting A, B, C, or D. You will have 30 seconds to answer each question. Today, I want to explore the topic of cognitive biases, which are systematic patterns of deviation from rational judgment. Essentially, these biases occur because our brains use mental shortcuts, also called heuristics, to process information quickly. While heuristics are generally helpful, allowing us to make decisions efficiently, they can sometimes lead to predictable errors in reasoning. One of the most widely studied biases is the confirmation bias. This is the tendency to favor information that confirms our existing beliefs while ignoring evidence that contradicts them. For example, someone who believes that a particular diet boosts memory might focus only on studies that support this claim, while dismissing studies that do not. This bias can influence many areas of life, including how we choose news sources, interpret scientific findings, or make decisions about health and lifestyle. Another significant bias is the availability heuristic. People tend to judge the probability of events based on how easily examples come to mind. For instance, After watching multiple news reports about airplane accidents, an individual might overestimate the risk of flying, even though statistically air travel remains very safe. This happens because vivid or recent examples are more available in memory, affecting perception disproportionately. Social biases also play a major role in how we interpret the behavior of others. The halo effect, for instance, occurs when an overall positive impression of someone influences judgments about their other characteristics. If a colleague is friendly and competent in one area, we might assume they are equally skilled in unrelated areas, even without supporting evidence. This bias can impact hiring decisions, performance evaluations, and even classroom assessments. Recognizing these biases is not only important for psychology, but also for practical applications. In marketing, advertisers exploit cognitive biases to influence consumer choices, such as highlighting scarcity or social proof to encourage purchases. In healthcare, doctors who understand biases can communicate more effectively with patients and reduce errors in diagnosis or treatment. On a personal level, becoming aware of one's own cognitive biases allows for more rational decisions in areas such as investing, problem-solving, and interpersonal relationships. In conclusion, cognitive biases are universal aspects of human thought. They provide efficient ways to process information, but they also lead to systematic errors. By studying these biases and their effects, psychologists aim to develop strategies to minimize errors and improve decision-making in both professional and everyday life. Awareness and critical reflection can help individuals recognize these tendencies, making reasoning and judgment more reliable and balanced.
Question 1. What is the lecture mainly about? Question 2. Which of the following best illustrates confirmation bias according to the lecture? Question 3. What is the availability heuristic? Question 4. How does the halo effect influence the perception of others? Question 5.
What practical application of understanding cognitive biases is mentioned in healthcare?
Question 6. What does the professor imply by this statement? Awareness and critical reflection can help individuals recognize these tendencies, making reasoning and judgment more reliable and balanced.